So Sidra, but since in Kubernetes, the famous thing is always about Kubernetes that the cost can go out of control very soon because there are a lot of pods running and everything. So how you guys go by when we talk about Kubernetes cluster architecture, which is a very high available and everything in that?
I think always the first step is always obviously trying to be accurate with the requirement gathering when we're talking about capacity planning initially, but then that always needs to be backed up and maintained by a continuous proactive monitoring and having a deeper know-how of what resources are exactly being utilized and how much is their need to actually be up. Because I mean, as Taimur and you've already mentioned that with cloud we can actually they charge you on the go, so they can expand or shrink as and when redundant resources can be deallocated as and when required. But when you have Kubernetes clusters and especially the ones which are like in shared form, so to monitor that we need deeper levels of observability. I mean, the more observability that you have, the more you can actually use that information to fine grain and fine tune the usage of your resources, and hence, optimize your cost to its, maximum, and overall, charge you the minimalistic budget and everything.
So I kind of totally agree with that. And when we are like migrating or in hosting anything on the cloud, the real information about the capacity of the application comes from the background data, come from the history of the how exactly this application was running before. So that kind of give you the baseline, and obviously after continuous monitoring and observability, you will create a better understanding of how exactly the capacity should be looks like.
Because eventually, obviously, the goal is that the resources that I need, they are there.
Yeah.
But if I don't need them at any point, they should be deallocated and I should not be being charged for that. Now, there are 1,001 cost models coming up. The cloud providers are regularly coming up with models how they can manage that. And the improvement is happening, right? So we need to stay up to date with that. And to monitor it, there's like this huge trend towards understanding and exploring observability solutions for Kubernetes and cloud in general.
Wouldn't you guys agree that, I mean, there's a thought that to utilize the scaling option of cloud, we do require very extensive monitoring tools like Shuja mentioned and you mentioned. But at the same time, they go hand in hand. With monitoring tools, you need to plan accordingly with capacity planning. And so I think it all goes hand in hand. If I can, sum it up, everything goes hand in hand with cloud. And if you keep everything is in sync, you can easily, reach the goal of cloud cost optimization, right?